Hi everybody, Scott Dillon here from Solace, and what I'd like to do now is run you through the prerequisites in order to attend the majority of our webinars, workshops, in fact. And so the key prerequisite to most of the workshops that we run, whether it's a half day or full day, is a requirement to have the Integration Suite Advanced Event Mesh running in your BTP environment. So as you can see, on this screen, what we have here is the SAP Integration Suite Advanced Event Mesh as listed on the Discovery Center. And we can see here that we've got the service available in multiple regions. Specifically, I'll call out US East because that's coincidentally where my sub-account is. So that's one thing to know. And then the other thing to know is, as you scroll down through the service levels, you can see there's about 6 enterprise service levels ranging from a 250 all the way up to a 100K. So there's a 250, there's a 1K, 5K as an example, 50K. And so when you're going to go in to the BTP cockpit, which we're going to do momentarily, you can see that you need to activate each one of those individually if you want to get access to it in the console later on. So here we are in the BTP cockpit. The first requirement prerequisite in order to get this thing up and running is you need to have a sub account. So I've already gone ahead and created a sub account to make the video a little bit shorter, and you can see that we're in US East, which is one of the regions where the Integration Suite Advanced Event Mesh, otherwise known as AEM from this point forward, is going to be available. So if I now scroll down to entitlements within the sub account, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit edit. I'm going to hit add service plan. I'm going to find the mesh, the advanced event mesh. I'm going to pick this here, and you can see my account is a little bit different than yours, but the point here is you can see 3 different one plan test demo application. In your case, you're going to be looking for something called standard. You also have this ERP event add-on for those people that are wanting to push events from SAP into AEM. You need this. And last but not least, the Broker 100. So in my environment, because I'm set up as a partner, I only have access to one, but you'll have access to the 250, the 1K, and it's really important. So whatever you want to have available later in the AEM console, you have to enable it here. So we'll go ahead, we'll select the Broker 100, we'll select the test and demo application, we'll add those 2 service plans. So now those have been added. I'll save those up. Now, just before we continue, one of the things that causes a lot of confusion when we run these workshops is people try unsuccessfully to use an existing default identity provider. And you can see here as an example, this one is OpenID Connect, but I have another one, which is a custom IES tenant. You will need to create a custom IES tenant, and it's really important that it is the protocol that it's using is the OpenID Connect protocol, not SAML. That will not work. So the second thing that's really important before you try to activate the service, you can see here when you click on the custom IES tenant, if we were to go to this administration console by clicking on it, it's going to prompt you to log in. You need to have an account in there for each person that's going to be logging in to the AEM service. Really, really important. So custom IES tenant, those people that are wishing to get access to the broker need to be accessible inside that IES tenant. So that's really, really important. Next, we are going to go to the instances and subscriptions. And, oh, sorry, we're going to go to Service Marketplace. I apologize. We're going to look for the mesh. And we're going to create it. So we will see here, AEM Validation Service Plan, Test and Demo. In your case, you'll be picking standard. We'll say next. I will put in my account. And I'll hit create. So really, again, just while this is in the middle of being created, really, really important that the user that you specify as part of this configuration, it needs to be in that custom IES tenant. Otherwise, you won't be able to log in. So some people try to create it, they associate it, they see the custom IES, they link it, but then they don't have a user ID in there, so you don't get very far. So this is in the middle of being created. It usually takes just a couple of minutes, and voila, we have it created here already. So if I were to now click on the advanced event mesh, it's going to take me right in to the console. And voila, we are here. So if I just zoom out a little bit, you'll see the console, and you'll know that you've done this properly. If you click on the cluster manager, you're going to see there's no existing broker services. But if I were to go create service, what you should see, you see right here, it's enterprise is selected, but it's grayed out. But because we have enabled, let's do a test service here. We'll pick our region. I will pick Canada. Where is, oh, that's why, because it's Google. I will pick Amazon. And then I will go down to Canada. And now we see it's going to populate the version and we see the service class. But the reason there's only one service class is because when we selected the entitlements, we only added the standard 100, which is why when you try to select the enterprise one, it's telling you you don't have the appropriate entitlement. So you might decide to use a 250, a 1K in your environment, and that's all good. And so the next thing you would do, we go back to the broker 100, we're going to hit create service. And that will go ahead and create that broker. And it's that easy. So ideally, in preparation for your workshop, you would go in, activate the service just like I did on BTP, and activate your first broker, either the standard 100 or the enterprise 250 to have available for the workshop. That's it. If you have any questions, you can send an email to sep-architects@solace.com. And myself or one of the members of the SAP Tiger team will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day. Bye-bye.